Today we're going to be looking at equations and formula, and basically what we're doing is if you're given a formula, how do you find a variable? And it doesn't matter which variable. So you're just going to use the work you've already been doing, substituting and solve the equation. So the first thing I think you should do, substitute the values you have into the equation. Secondly, solve the equation for the missing variable. We've got an example here. It's quite long. The cost of hiring a portable sound system for a party is $80 plus $15 per hour. The cost can be represented by the formula, and that's the key here, 9, that you need to see the formula, where C is the total cost in dollars and H is the number of hours. We've got two parts we need to do. Firstly, we want to find the cost of hiring the system for 4 hours. So let's do that over here. The first step that you do is you write out the formula. C, the cost, is equal to 80, that's dollars, plus $15 per hour, times H. Substituting what you know. In this question, they want to hire the system for 4 hours, so it's 80 plus 15 times 4. I can then work out, I could just throw that straight on the calculator, but 15 times 4 is 60, so it's 140. Make sure though that you don't just leave it at that. It would cost $140 to hire the system for 4 hours. So we make sure we write it out. Don't just leave it at 140. Part B though is going to be a bit trickier. And I can understand this. Often as a family you have a budget and you say we can only spend this much. So for part B, we have a look. A family is willing to spend $300 hiring the sound system. What is the maximum number of whole rental hours the family can afford? So our information that we actually have now is the cost must be $300. Sorry, let me write the formula for you first, so you can see where we're substituting it in. Cost is equal to 80 plus 15H. Cost is 300, 80 plus 15H. We don't know H, we want to find out what H is. Now what I've been suggesting to you, and we keep following the same process, simply get that variable onto the left-hand side. So we're going to take 15H away from both sides. This ends up being, on the left-hand side, 300 minus 15H is equal to 80. We then need to take the 300 away from both sides. And I know this doesn't look nice, but this is the process I'm just suggesting you follow to make sure it works. 80 minus 300 is negative 220. I then do divided by negative 15 because I just want 1H. Hopefully somebody's got a calculator out and can tell me in a moment what this is equal to. The number of hours that I can hire this for. 220 divided by negative 15. What does that give me?
So I'm getting it for you.
Great, thank you.
14 hours. 14 dollars. Like 6.
So it's actually about 14 2/3. Our question though asks, what is the maximum number of whole rental hours the family can afford? So we would answer it with the family can afford to hire the system for 14 whole hours. Because it's whole hours, we're just taking away the 2/3 there. You can't do it for part of an hour, it's a whole hour, so it's 14 whole hours. Hopefully that's pretty straightforward. When you have a question like this, substitute in the values you already have and then solve and and actually write a sentence at the end. Thanks.